Welcome to the Growlers and Gremlins podcast, an alcoholic adventure in cryptids, paranormal, and the occult. Coming to you weekly from the heartland of America.
Hello and welcome to Growlers and Gremlins. This is Brian, your favorite host. I'm slightly inebriated. This week's beer, as the last two, is Sweet Baby Jesus by Duclaw Brewing Company, Baltimore, Maryland. Chocolate peanut butter porter. I'm slightly inebriated. Don't forget that. It is a classic porter with heavenly aroma and flavors of roasted malt, chocolate, and rich peanut butter with a smooth, dry finish. One sip and you will exclaim the name. I'm inebriated. Also, the name is Sweet Baby Jesus. Don't forget that shit. All right. So this week we were... Did I forget something? You're laughing.
You forgot your co-host here.
Oh, fuck you guys. Well, you'll introduce after. This week I was supposed to look up... Supposed? Shut up. I was supposed to look up Asian and Middle East superstitions for my own, fun and enjoyment. But I had to work every day this week and overtime, so I didn't get a lot of chance to do that. So we're going to end up bullshitting. But sitting here with me are my two co-hosts.
Jason, the analyst, and...
John, the Allfather.
Yes, John the Allfather, as his title purely suggests. But as I said, I am slightly inebriated, which means we are all drinking today. Which means this is going to be a very drag-along episode of my drunken ramblings and everyone else giving me shit about it.
Welcome to your first Brian episode. Strap in.
Strap in, everybody. It's going to be a hell of a ride. I'm drinking tequila. Can I tell you the name? No, I can't because I don't know Spanish. Buckle up, bitches.
Yeah.
It's kind of a slight to your culture, considering you're 1/4 Mexican.
I'm 1/4 Spanish. It's Castilian, whatever.
It's the same language.
Who gives a shit?
So what do you want to tell us about Asian culture?
Okay, what I would have wanted to tell you was something I learned about a long time ago on something called the Super Best Friend Cast, which had me really interested, which was that Asian superstition and ghosts and deities, they have this very glaring difference in them from Western, where we have all the fun things that are like, ooh, they scare you and they run you out of your home. No, Asians just fucking kill you.
Asian superstitions.
Yes,
not
Asian
Asians.
superstitions just kill you outright. I mean, you got everything from the standard disgruntled spirit that will run you out of a house or rip your innards out. Who fucking knows? Then you have the toilet demons. Yes, I did say that right. The toilet demons that will strangle you, rip you apart, drag you to hell. Who fucking knows? Or also, I forgot to mention this, there's ones that will lick all the grime off your bathroom.
Well, that sounds nice.
That's actually funny as hell to me for some stupid reason.
It's quite helpful.
But,
especially after the toilet demons.
Yes, you didn't think so. But, I mean, there's so many. You got the Oni, you got the Kitsune, you got all kinds of bullshit that I can't even go into because I didn't look that hard. I take that back. I didn't look hard. But...
just didn't look long and hard.
I didn't look long and hard, yes. And I apologize for that. Because I meant to, but I had work. And then I was playing Minecraft. And then I was playing Call of Duty. And shit just fell apart on me. And I really hope that my two co-hosts don't give me too much shit for that. Because both of them put meticulous hours into their research. And... stop laughing. Just shut up. I see both of your faces here as real as I see that fucking Nirvana blanket.
Yeah, let's talk about that for a second. Why do you have a Nirvana blanket?
Anywho.
Never mind.
You're so edgy.
Anywho, I am woefully unprepared for this, but I just wanted to discuss what I really liked and try to explain to the best of my power to my two friends here, my two acquaintances here, that the things that I find interesting about different cultures, and you may notice that I didn't mention anything about the Middle East, and there's a reason for that. Most of the shit I get for my superstitions comes from Japan because I'm a fucking weeb. And I watch a lot of anime in my spare time. So, the djinn and all the things associated, as scary as they are, I don't know too much about them. And I really apologize for that. So
really everything he's going to present comes from the children's cartoon Yokai Watch, because that's about his level of comprehension.
I will stab you.
If you're talking to a body pillow, is it pillow talk?
I hate you. So much do I hate you. I hope the tequila that I drank while we're driving home kills me. And subsequently you. That way your children grow up without a father.
Brian, don't drink and drive.
I won't do that. You'll drive. Because you drank far less than I have. So, as I've said before, I am greatly inebriated by this point. Tequila, thank you.
So what about it? What about the Asian
superstitions? Well, there's so many to look at that are just
Tell me about those toilet demons.
Okay.
Because I feel like I've lived my life with a lot of toilet demons.
I think toilet demons would be a great episode title. So let's deep dive into these toilet demons.
Let's deep dive into the toilet demons. I'm sorry to say that I do not know what they are actually called. They have a proper name. The one I'm thinking of, for those of you who have seen the Ghost Stories dub, you will know what I'm talking about.
Oh, no. Don't bring up the Ghost Stories dub.
That is
so horrible.
It is great. I don't want to hear the word horrible associated with it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Don't worry about it. That's where I got the idea of the toilet demons. There is a demon that will, when you're in the toilet, usually at the furthest...
In the toilet?
At the toilet.
Oh, at the toilet.
Let's say you're taking a shit.
On the toilet.
Furthest stall in the bathroom. And suddenly you hear a voice, and it goes, red paper or blue paper? What do you respond with? If you just hear this.
Okay, so I'm sitting on the toilet.
You're sitting on the toilet.
I'm
you're doing your
my
business.
Post-meal diarrhea. And a voice calls out to me, hey!
Red paper or blue paper?
I say toilet paper.
No. You have to say red paper or blue paper.
Oh, I have to respond that
Yes.
way. Well, who set those rules?
Shut up and just answer the fucking question.
I would say blue paper because the red won't show the blood.
No.
And I need to see
should you
have an issue.
The demon, should you respond with one of the two answers, if you respond the way you said with blue paper, it will strangle you until your face is blue.
Okay.
Killing you.
Okay.
If you were to respond red paper, it will slice you up until the only color that remains is red.
So I made the right choice.
No, you die either way.
So white paper.
No, supposedly the only way to get around the question is to request no paper.
Do these things have a name?
I do not know because
the Akamanto, also known as red cape, red vest, or occasionally Iomanto, which I have no ability to pronounce this whatsoever.
Look, somebody looked up things on their phone.
Is a Japanese urban legend about a masked spirit who wears a red cloak and who appears to people using toilets in public or school bathrooms. Accounts of the legend vary, but often consist. But one consistent element of the story is that the spirit will ask the occupant of a toilet a question. In some versions, he will ask if they want red paper or blue paper, though other versions identify the choices as a red cloak or a blue coat, or a red cape or a blue cape. Choosing either option will result in the individual being killed, so the individual must ignore the spirit, run away, or reject both options in order to survive. So to me, it sounds like an excellent candidate for the 3 shells.
So here's my question.
Look at that.
Was that a Japanese superstition?
Yeah, it is Japanese urban legend.
Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. Japanese is quite densely populated.
I hate you.
So we got a serial killer who poses as a bathroom attendant in high-end restaurants.
It's much older than that.
Red vest. And basically he asks people, red paper or blue paper? And then he kills them. But because it's so population dense, they've just had a really hard time tracking the guy down. There's just so many people.
I despise you with every fiber of my being.
Author and folklorist Matthew Mayer stated that it has been recorded as a schoolyard rumor dating back as early as the 1930s.
Schoolyard rumor.
Yes. So this is
People believe it was told by parents to keep their children tight.
I think it's a primal fear that people feel vulnerable while they're pooping. Because back in the day, back in like caveman days, who knows, all kinds of stuff out there. You didn't want to poop in your cave.
that far back. You're in an incapacitated state where you're vulnerable. Your pants are around your ankles. If someone were to attack you, you're just shit out of luck.
Well, I'm talking pre-pants.
But this is 1930s. 1930s.
Well, no, but I'm just talking about the origin of the fear of being attacked while pooping.
Yeah.
Because there's always been ideas of like a toilet snake or something, like sitting on a toilet, something's going to get you. It's going to get you,
Toilet rats, or alligators in the sewers.
I just think that people generally feel very vulnerable while they're pooping. They're opening an orifice that is normally very hidden.
True. But I also feel like there's a lot of fear surrounding the bathroom. Because look at, like, Bloody Mary in we're Western culture, I guess, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, like, Bloody Mary, or, there's all these things about...
But Bloody Mary is not bathroom specific, it's mirror specific.
I thought it was the bathroom.
No, people generally use the bathroom for the Bloody Mary thing because that's generally the place in your house where you're going to have an easy access mirror.
How many times have we said Bloody Mary?
Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, Bloody
Cool.
Mary, Bloody Mary.
We got it covered.
There's no mirrors in this room. There's
All
just
right.
blankets on the walls.
Hey, everybody, if we all die today, blame John. And also, if nobody listens to this, blame John anyway.
You know what? I'm going to put us in a real mess right here. Listen to this.
You going to say Tom Bombadil 3 times?
Voldemort.
No. What was the one from Freakazoid?
Oh, Freakazoid. I love that
Jumpin'
show.
Jack Flash.
Beetlejuice.
Yeah. Beetlejuice.
I'm
What are
trying
the
to
other
save it
no-nos? What are you not supposed to say?
Nazi.
You can say the word Nazi.
Now they'll appear if you say that.
I will not see them.
Wow. It's devolved quickly.
Yeah.
I think we started with a toilet demon.
Toilet demons.
But really, though, that's honestly an interesting topic because I have had those.
How many
feelings
Western toilet
sitting on a
demons are there?
toilet that like, ooh, something's gonna get me.
It's gonna grab
especially
your
if it's
balls
an
and
unfamiliar toilet.
pull you through the tube.
Yeah, because you never know. I used to see these things like on Discovery Channel as a kid, where like weird things that have happened, where like somebody's had a snake actually come through the sewer
And bite them in the
and
dick.
come up their toilet. Mostly in
You're
places
thinking
like
of
Florida.
Snakes on a plane.
Because Florida
Sure.
is...
I haven't seen that movie in a long time, but I'll take it.
What you just said happened is snakes on a plane.
Did it?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Think about Australia. Australia is a very
Snake
scary
Central.
place as far as creatures go.
It's the hardcore server of the world map.
So just generally, if I'm on an unfamiliar toilet, I don't really feel very comfortable. There's a lot of people who don't even poop in public.
Right.
I don't poop
Because
at
they
work.
don't feel comfortable. And it's just, why is that? Is it a sanitary thing or is it something deeper? I don't seem to have much of an issue pooping in public unless it's a creepy place.
I think it's
Like your
just
new
as
house.
much a sanitary thing. Like you're putting your butt on something that has had like so many other people's butts on it.
Well, I generally I don't have the time to think about that because generally if I have to poop and I'm in public,
He doesn't
it's
have
an
a chance.
emergency. It is happening. It can be the floor or the toilet. I gotta pick
Just
one.
remember, don't go to the last stall or the demon.
Well, no, if you go to the last stall, you're just kind of a dick because it's generally the handicapped stall. And if you're not handicapped and you use the handicapped stall, that's going to be the time that someone who needs that stall is going to come in.
Yeah.
You don't use the handicapped stall if you're not handicapped.
Unless you need a lot of space.
It drives me crazy.
Does it? Does it really drive you crazy, John?
Let me tell you about something here. I used to work with a guy who, he got fired.
What's his name, Eddie?
No, this was years ago. I was working in a warehouse. And this guy got fired for sleeping on the toilet. And he said, I was not sleeping. They just fired me for pooping. And I was like, well, why would they think you were sleeping? He said, because I had my pants on. So everyone has their pants off when they poop. He goes, no, I had them off. They assumed that because of this, he was just relaxing and sleeping. Every time this guy goes to the bathroom, he does not pull his pants down. He takes them completely off and sets them down on the floor.
I actually have a story that will one up this. Now, I didn't see this personally. This came through like the guy's wife was like, does anybody else ever know anybody that does this? The guy would completely get naked to use the toilet.
That's uncomfortable. I don't want to think about that. I don't like doing that when I have to shower.
That is...
You heard it here. Brian is a never nude.
A what?
Never nude?
Dude,
never nude. I thought you said never newt, like the lizard.
I'll wear a wife beater regardless.
Do you really in the shower?
No.
Brian's a never nude?
Shut up.
But
I'll go.
I don't know. That to me,
Really?
I wouldn't do it in public, but at home, sure. Take all my clothes off.
You come here for the legends, but you stay for learning something new about Brian every episode.
Why is it always... Every time we do anything together...
You're an enigma. You don't have any social media. There are only about 3 photographs of you in existence.
Just because the one that looks like a fucking mugshot exists doesn't mean anything.
The mugshot is in my wedding.
Oh, Christ, it is. Because you didn't have a real photo.
No, I did.
The
I'm talking about the wedding pictures.
Yeah, why is...
In the wedding pictures, everybody smiled and looked at the camera. You, blank face, stared off into space in every single photograph, and I'm going to put them on the website.
Yeah, I fucking remember. Oh yeah, Brian can be known, but everybody else...
Better yet, we do the ring thing. And just do like the blur filter on his face when we do it.
With my
You see the
eyes.
Brian before you die.
Don't put it like that. People might get scared.
So basically...
I'm the ring monster. You just don't know it yet.
The toilet demon just hangs out in the bathroom.
Pretty
And
much.
It's just like...
It just sits there and waits for
He
a
just
victim.
waits in there, and then somebody walks in, hops in a stall, and he peeks his head under and he goes, hey,
You guys want some...
red paper, blue
So
paper.
interesting. That would basically be that monster in Majora's Mask, right?
I never played Majora's Mask.
Me either.
Oh, you guys are fucking horrible.
Well,
I grew
it's a
up
little
when
bit
that game
before
was...
our time.
No, it's not. It is exactly our time. I just never played it because I didn't get a Nintendo. I got an Xbox as my first console.
Really?
Yeah, I got a
Wow.
GameCube shortly after.
Late bloomer.
But
Don't let that age us. I am 48 years old.
I'm a Genesis boy.
Shut up.
I mean, that's just the way it is. That was my first console. Was the Sega
2001.
Genesis.
I was...
my first
a lot of
console
years
was
old.
the NES.
I thought yours was the Atari.
No. No.
What, in
Because
1974?
my parents owned one,
It was a joke.
but they lost the power cord.
Oh, no.
So
That
they
thing
owned,
had a
the
power-
entire time, I was like, can I get the Atari out? We don't have a way to power it. So we owned an Atari, but it never turned on the entire time I lived with them.
No Space Invaders, no Missile Command. God, what was your childhood?
It was
No
Super Mario
ET?
Brothers. Actually, no, it wasn't even Super Mario Brothers. My parents were obsessed with the idea that if we're going to get a video game console, it's going to be all educational games.
Welcome to mathgames.com, everybody.
So I had an NES, and I had like Sesame Street, and all my friends are, oh, I was playing Excitebike. Oh, I played Sesame Street.
What did you play today? Oh, I was playing, fuck, what was that game called? Contra. Jesus Christ, I couldn't remember that.
Contra's a good game. What that reminds me of is the day that kindergarten, or not kindergarten, it was first or second grade. When you talk about mathgames.com, I remember santaclaus.com. Now, when I was in, like I said, I think it was first or second grade, we would go to the computer lab every once in a while, and, we'd do computer things. So,
Welcome to Brian's episode, everybody.
close to Christmas time, we were told to go to santaclaus.com because there were these educational activities. They had this little virtual North Pole. I mean, this is early internet Santa Claus website. But the problem was, nobody at the age group that we were was very clear on the spelling of Santa Claus. Now,
Did you end up at a porn site?
at the time, Santa Claus, the movie with Tim Allen, the Santa Claus, Clause, was common. So people had that in their heads. But that movie did not have a website. Santa Claus, with an E, was a lingerie site back in these days.
I got this tough.
So half the class went to SantaClaus.com and the other half went to the lingerie site, SantaClaus.com. And the teacher could not understand what was happening.
I got a better one. We were in the computer lab, and we were supposed to be going to whitehouse.gov. But the teacher at the time did not know about, top-level domains, didn't know .gov versus .com, and told us all to go to whitehouse.com. Now, I don't know if it still is, but at that time, it was a hardcore adult content website.
Jesus Christ.
Oh.
And the teacher's just running from PC to PC, just slapping the power button because she didn't know what else to do.
That was before the group picture-in-picture on the teacher's team.
I gotta say, that's a credit to teachers, though. The internet was new and exciting, and yet they tried their hardest to get us involved. But they just didn't understand it themselves yet.
Not at all.
Okay. So
Toilet demons.
Toilet demons.
No, I'm not even about the toilet demons anymore.
Well, I actually think there's an explanation for this. Because
it was to my understanding, I think it was just a parent's fear to get your child out of the toilet faster. Don't spend so much time dicking around.
You tell them that if they spend too much time on the toilet,
a
they
demon
will be murdered
come up and
by
murder
a
them.
demon in a red vest.
John, we live in Indiana. I have heard worse about wasting time.
Well, no, because yokai and part of their belief system over there is that, things that are not kept nice and tidy can be vectors for, possession.
Yes.
And that's what a yokai is. It's a possessed everyday object,
But it'll clean up. It'll clean up itself with
Certain
the
ones.
grime-licking demon.
That's a different entity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you could have possessed sandals, possessed umbrellas. The idea of you let an object fall out of disrepair.
A possessed skull from Nassau.
I could see under this belief system a possessed toilet that has been left in disrepair.
If God damn it, I'm gonna fucking hate myself if I get if I get blown up. If this podcast gets so popular because of my inaccuracies, I'm gonna hate myself. But I remember reading or hearing or drunkenly glancing at something that said it is possible for a living spirit, a person. You understand? A person who is alive and living their life, for their spirit to become so contaminated with a certain feeling that it leaves them to go become a spirit, to haunt shit.
Oh, yeah. That actually is one of the explanations for poltergeists.
I hate you.
What?
Shut up.
No, for real, though. Poltergeists, one of the explanations is that generally, poltergeists occur in a home that has a teenager or a pubescent child.
Are you saying that their negative emotions
their stress actually causes things to happen? There's an idea that this emotional energy creates basically activity.
It doesn't create, it attracts activity.
I mean, it could be either or. But
if it's Western,
there's also
it
the idea that having a strong emotional connection with a specific object at the time that you pass can,
Yes.
So, like, my mom actually has a story to this effect. The house that they had owned before I was born, there was a rose garden in front of one of the windows that this guy had worked so hard on maintaining and making just like this nicest rose garden you've ever seen. And he was eventually put into hospice care, and he had his hospital bed put so he could see his roses through the window. Okay. So they had put this hospital bed in basically like the living room so he could see out the window and see these roses.
Did his roses die?
Yes. My mom, she did her best, but she let the roses die, and she was just sitting on the couch one day, and the couch starts vibrating across the floor.
To see the roses, I would assume.
No, because she had already killed the roses.
Oh.
And she's like, oh no, this ghost is, I've upset this ghost by killing this thing that he loves so much. My dad calls her a couple minutes later. Hey, did you feel the tremors?
2009? 2008?
Before I was born.
Oh, okay. So one of the most scared I've ever been in my life.
You're talking about the earthquake that hit us.
The earthquake that hit us.
That I slept through. Never
I did
even
not.
felt.
I did not.
I slept through it too. You're talking about here in
2008, 2009, we had an earthquake here in Indiana.
Yeah, that was at my old house.
So what happened for me was I was woken up by my bed shaking.
You light sleeping son of a bitch.
Well, my bed was shaking.
Your bed was like a king.
No, this was at a time when my bed was a futon. Hence, feeling the shaking a little more. So, it wakes me up. My bed is shaking. I freak out. I jump off of my bed. My feet hit the floor at the exact moment that the earthquake ended. So I had no idea what was going on. I woke up to my bed violently shaking. And as soon as I got out, it stopped. I thought it was haunted until the next morning when I saw the news. I was like, oh, okay.
Oh, that explains a lot.
Yeah. That was a really scary moment for me.
God, you suck. I hate you so much.
I was a child.
A child of what?
What year
16?
What year was it? I don't know.
We said 2009?
2009.
I want to say 2008 because I was still living in an
All
apartment.
I knew is that we were still
I probably
in
would
my
have been
old house.
16 at the time.
We were still in my old house, and I got up to the news report, earthquake, blank, 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 point, blank, hit, and it woke up many people. I'm like, damn it, I really wish I had woken up for that.
Yeah, I was living in like the cheapest apartments at the time. And I just didn't.
So much has changed.
Cheapest apartments now.
Inside joke.
But no, yeah, I slept through it. I remember I was working at the Chase Tower, and I went into work, and everyone's like, "Oh, did you feel it? Did you feel it?" Feel what? What are you talking about?
It was at like 4:30 in the morning.
Well, see, I'm generally a pretty heavy sleeper, but that night, that futon, and I was on the second floor, it just seemed to...
That drinking.
Really rock me awake.
Your 14-year-old mind couldn't handle it.
It was crazy. It scared me.
Your 12-year-old mind couldn't handle it.
I come from a long line of heavy sleepers.
Bullshit.
Have you ever heard the story about my dad?
No, but I know you enough to know you ain't a heavy sleeper.
Well, I don't know. I may have...
Welcome to the Brian episode, by the way.
I may have just become a heavy sleeper after having children.
Bullshit. And, you love your little girl too much to be a heavy sleeper.
Well, no, what I'm saying is not wanting to be the one that wakes up in the middle of the night.
Oh, you asshole.
Became a very heavy sleeper. But, no, my dad actually, when he was a kid, he slept through a motorcycle crashing into his house. Through the wall.
What?
And there were paramedics there inside the house and everything, and he didn't know about it.
No police officer rang the bell to be like, "Hey."
Oh yeah, he didn't know about it till morning. He was a kid. His parents dealt with everything.
That's it. Okay. He was a fucking kid.
Yeah,
he didn't care.
I said when he was a kid, it happened.
He didn't say kid,
but he slept
first
through the whole
started
thing.
listening. God, I'm inebriated.
Anyway, Brian.
So, what other yokai do you have that we can salvage for you?
Yokai? Okay. Well, there's always the obvious Oni, which is just the fucking ogre of Japan, which is fucking hilarious. Not hilarious, terrifying. That beats you to death with a club if you piss it off. But, I mean, there's so many topics that I can't describe because I have no fucking preparation for this.
I'm surprised you didn't go from Toilet Demon to Kappa.
Kappas are funny just because of the anime in 2019 where they get shit out of people. But I'm thinking of
What's a Kappa?
It's a fucking frog child.
No.
It is translated to frog child. It is a mischievous spirit of the river that if you were to subjugate it, it will loyally serve you forever. If not, it is a asshole and a fucking half.
See, when I was a kid, my T-ball team was sponsored.
Yes, this has everything to do with the fucking Kappa.
It does.
Tell us, John.
My T-ball team was sponsored by a company called Kappa Construction.
I hate you. I hate you so fucking much right now, you
And
Brownsburg piece of shit.
People used to call me Kappa Kappa Keiki.
I hate you. It has
No,
nothing to do with it.
Why I thought Kappa would be a good transition is one of the things Kappas supposedly would do if you're swimming in the stream, it would take its 2 fingers and right up the poop chute.
Oh!
1,000 Years of Pain, that shit, boyos.
It's like the idea
All you Naruto
of,
fans know what the fuck I'm talking about. Also, I'm very inebriated right now.
when they say that you shouldn't pee while underwater in like the
South America.
in the Amazon, that something will swim up your pee stream.
That's a factual thing.
Is that true? I
Yeah,
just
that's
thought it
an
was like,
actual...
Please don't pee in our river.
Yeah, that's an actual... It will pee up your pee stream and lay eggs in your balls. Or something like that.
Well, because pee is stored in the balls.
Yes, John. Let's memify the rest of my fucking episode to show that I have absolutely nothing prepared for this. God damn, do I love this.
Well, you'll learn your lesson for the next time you have to present.
I will not, because this is probably going to be one of the longer running ones. Can we ask that?
It feels longer because you're unprepared.
Probably.
Yeah,
And because I'm drinking tequila.
I think we're going to title this episode
Brian's
Brian.
episode.
No, I think Toilet Demons is the perfect
No,
title.
it's just Brian's episode. Because I wanted to talk about this shit, but you guys are the most distracting motherfuckers in the world. Because I like the idea of deities that just fucking murder you.
It's a
But
fun.
that's not necessarily exclusive to Japanese culture, though.
It's not. But how many other ghosts that are vengeful, that want to hurt people, will track you by your breath?
What?
Every exhale or inhale shows that you are a living fucking being.
Toilet demons do that?
Shut up.
No, I've heard
Well,
the
I'm-
superstition of not breathing while going past a cemetery.
Yes,
Really?
but
I've never
there's...
heard that.
Oh,
There's-
yeah. My mom
yeah,
used to do
you
that with us
hold your
all the
breath.
time. You hold your breath when you go past the cemetery.
Really?
Because
Why is it
because
insulting
the
to the
spirits,
dead?
because they're not
They
living,
can't
they don't
breathe.
breathe.
Where does that come from?
What the fuck?
Well, no, listen. Where does this come from? Because we're from the same area. And I have never heard of
Well,
this. And
yes,
both of you
welcome
have
to
heard
episode
of
My
this.
mom's
3,
from a
Central
different state,
Indiana.
But
So what do you think that comes from originally? You know, when you take any tradition and you follow it way back,
Mhm.
why would people not breathe going by a cemetery? Why would they believe that insults the dead? I have never heard that.
because they can't breathe.
They're dead. I don't know.
But that's like saying that walking past a paraplegic is insulting.
I hate you.
Like,
I hate
that's,
you
that's
so
a
much.
strange
Another
idea.
superstition when I was a kid was we had to hold the roof up when we went through tunnels.
What?
So, I mean, I'm not. Do I take any
Where does your
super-
mom come from?
Illinois?
Illinois.
Good old same central United States. Goddamn, do our...
Illinois is not the same.
John, shut up.
Well, Illinois might as well be a foreign country to Indiana.
No,
Or
wanna-
to Wisconsin.
If you want to make everybody from Illinois very happy, Illinois.
The Bears are the best football team in America. The Cubs are the best baseball team in
Well,
America.
I just think it says something that in the Midwest there is a term, FIPS.
I have never heard that term
Really?
in my life.
That term is used in Indiana. It's used in Wisconsin. It's used in Indiana. It's used in Wisconsin. But
You lost the plot there a little bit, didn't
No,
you?
but that term is used across two
FIPS.
states. for
All right.
FIPS.
John,
And you could gather what
I know this is my episode where I horribly explain bullshit, but explain what FIPS is.
just. It's an acronym.
For?
Illinois people.
I hate you. So fucking much do I hate you.
FIPS. Well, FIP. Darn Illinois people. This is a family-friendly podcast.
If this is
I think we've left that realm at this
if
point.
this is political, I don't know what it means.
No,
No,
It's
it is
not
not political at
Fuck.
all.
Okay, goddamn.
It's mostly a driving thing.
Okay, so I have no idea what the fuck this means. But getting back to the topic at hand of Oriental bullshit, superstitions that I kind of researched and didn't.
We'll just let this silence hang while he tries to think.
We'll wait with bated breath.
The Batutu
No!
You can't steal a topic, man.
I can't. That's a future topic. I'm sorry, people. But it's really kind of interesting because it is relatively new in the last 60 years. Because there's a lot of stories about Vietnam that had the Batutu in them. But again, I like the idea of the Japanese and the Korean and the Chinese ghost that tracks you by your breath and haunts you and murders you by ripping
Ghost
your
that
inside.
tracks you by your breath. Let's see if we can't decipher.
Doesn't the
Do
Predator,
you like the video game / visual novel Ghost Party?
Doesn't the Predator see in
Corpse Party. I'm sorry. I'm so fucking stupid. I haven't played the game. I'm sorry.
Doesn't
What?
the Predator see as if it's
Thermal,
through a
you
thermal
asshole.
Yeah, thermal. So
No, that's not at all related.
well, it's something that sees thermal could track.
Also,
by your breath.
that's South America.
Yeah, but who's to say Predator hasn't been to Japan?
I hate you.
That could be a great movie.
According to
series.
fan art,
versus,
the Predator has been to Japan.
Predator versus Godzilla.
No, not even remotely close.
Yeah,
There's not a chance the Predator would win against Godzilla.
sure there is.
No.
He can go invisible.
Yeah, but he's 6 feet tall and Godzilla's like,
And Godzilla's
2,000.
like 2,000 feet tall with 6-foot arms.
God, do I hate you. Also, okay, again, to remind everybody, we are incredibly inebriated. Don't think about the fact that I just said incredibly. It's incredibly inebriated. Shut up, Jason. Shut up, John.
We're fine.
It's alright, I had a little bit of an issue last episode with Northwest River auditors.
If that didn't show that we were recording most of these at the same time, you're in luck.
You're
That's
breaking immersion.
These are industry secrets, Brian.
You shut the hell up. I am here to whistleblow the shit out of this organization.
Oh, this went to hell real fast, didn't it?
Oh, this episode was the hell from the fucking start. I had about 10 minutes of toilet demons, and then it fucking fell off the fucking rails. How long is this?
toilet demons before I came here today.
I don't know. How long is this fucking recording at this point? I really, really want to know. I can't read that. I can't read anything from here.
37 minutes.
Wow, we're at 37. I thought we were at least an hour by now.
It feels like that when you're in the hot seat, doesn't it?
Oh my god. There's so much talking to do here. God damn it, do I apologize for episode 3. People of Goblins and Gremlins, I apologize for what the fuck I just did. If you're laughing, at least you're having a good time, right? And I mean, I'm not drinking the Sweet Baby Jesus chocolate peanut butter porter by the Claw Brewing Company, although I will admit after about 7 of them, it was pretty good. I'm drinking tequila by, the bottle's blue and it's really tall and it's a Reposado Tequila Corlejo.
Corlejo.
Shut up. 100% de agave. Agave. Fuck. My ability to speak has gone from 0 to 100.
What's going to be really funny is we're going to be at this level of
Welcome to episode 4, everybody.
of alcohol consumption, and then we're going to go into episode 4,
Where we talk
and in
about
5 we're going to be
nonsensical
a complete
bullshit.
reset where we just started drinking again.
Welcome to episode 1 where we're drinking nothing but Guinness Double Blonde.
Let's cut this off a few minutes ago.
No,
and
fuck
Brian,
you.
just give us a good have fun, everybody, and we'll just
No.
call it a...
No, we leave all this in. Go
Welcome
ahead.
to episode 3.
Closing
And-
thoughts. We got to do closing thoughts. Ask us
Okay.
about our closing thoughts.
I didn't even get to half the shit I looked up before I came here. And I hate that.
next time.
Because you guys, I'm already inebriated. You guys are assholes. Both of you.
Yes. I won't
So-
deny it. The whole point of this podcast, you don't realize it, was to insult you at every possible chance we had.
Brian,
Oh.
if Brian wins, nobody wins. That is the fucking motto of game night. I want you people to understand that. John, Jason, Alicia, Kevin,
They don't
whatever
know
the
any
fuck.
of these people are.
Whatever.
They don't even know what game night is.
No, they don't. But whoever the fuck that last guy was that I can't remember his name because he got really pissy. Colton. Yeah, that was the rule. If Brian wins, nobody wins. So fuck it. If Brian's podcast gets the most, fuck you guys. Not you, the viewers, but you, the other people in the game night. I know it's out of the loop, but fuck it. You guys are on my side, right?
So closing thoughts.
Yeah, closing thoughts.
Let's say toilet demon, very interesting. I think there's something there. Not really. I'm just trying to give him a little bit of encouragement.
I hate you. Don't worry about that.
But
the hatred is there.
We will have to circle back to yokai and Japanese culture at some point.
Once we
Maybe
get
when we
more...
do it a little more respectfully.
Yes.
And
less inebriated. A little bit. Maybe. Who knows? It's a fucking coin throw whether we'll hit episode 2 or 6.
You know, what was that happened years ago about a guy in an airport tapping his foot up?
Okay, I think... John...
Was that a congressman or something? It was big news.
Yeah,
yes, it
John,
was. But that's not a place we should probably go.
Yeah, that's... No. I'm going to say...
I just thought that was strange that was like big news.
Oh my god.
Yep.
So what?
Okay.
Closing thoughts.
All right, John has no closing thoughts, so I'm just going to say, have fun, everybody.